Okie dokie, folks. Welcome back to Zero Player. I think we know what we're doing, and we think we know how this is all going to fall together. Although I've just remembered, it's not just this to do. We also have bonus puzzles to do all over the place as well. But we will get to them. Let's try and make this last thing happen. So, what we're doing is, one by one, putting these 4 things into this space here so that they can get power from the outside. And to give them power from the outside, we are going to solve the various outside connecting little puzzles that we have in each area. So for blue, we know how that works. We have already powered this gate up. The gate is open. We can grab this piece. We can shove those together. Okay, so that's done. I'm happy to say that is done right now. But it does put out the power source. So all of these are temporary as far as I can tell. I think I just did something accidentally. They're all temporary, so they're going to put out that power source. So there's only a moment where the thing is lit up, but it is lit up, and we can then bring it this way and put it here. That opens this. The power keeps running through. We then put the next one there. I don't think I've split them all out, have I? Nope. Put the next one there. Oh, wrong layer. Put that there. Cool. And then we do the next one. Let's do orange next. So I don't think I even tried this, did I? Maybe I did. Are they split? They're not split, at least. So I think I grabbed the top one. I did do most of this, didn't I? Grab the top one, it moves like all of them together. Right now there's no power in here at all, except there is, because this is a power source. So we bring this like all the way down to here, and the power source goes backwards, opens this gate, and then we can slide them under the gate, and the power is still maintained. So I think we just do this. We just slide them as a single block the whole time. And then we do this, and for a moment it's connected. Sure, it goes to there, eventually cuts it off. Well, here we don't lose the power source. There must be a reason we do. Otherwise this is broken, right? Because I could just use this one over and over again. Of course. So once that's slid there, I can't bring these 2 back up without first moving you. Oh, I haven't split them yet, that's why. Basically, I do this, and I can push one of these upwards and push the other one, but then the circle's broken. Like either way, the circle breaks here, and we lose our power source, and we can't get back above this thing. Yeah, okay, that's why that's single use. This is clever, all these single use switches. This is one of the things I found fun in when I was doing the kind of overworld stuff for Conveyor Confusion, was coming up with like ways of implementing interesting little gates to like make something single use, or make it so you can only pass through something in one direction, and like coming up with those mechanisms using only the mechanics of the game. I think it's like one of the most fun things about designing these things. Anyway, so there's a single use thing, and that's done the next one. So now you can go into position. You are there. Next one. Grab you. I'm going to put you up there, of course. I'm going to send you some temporary power for just a moment. So red is next. I don't think I really looked at this one. Looks like we have power going into here. It looks pretty simple. There's not much I can do, right? So this is powered. This has power on it. Oh, it's already split, apparently. Yes, but it has purple stuff drawn on it. Let me just like grab it and split it out from its own layer. There we go. Cool. So this has got power on it. Move it over, the gate opens. Okay, yeah, it's just a very simple one. Slide this down. Yeah, I was like wondering how to like maintain this, but I don't need to maintain it. It's just that for a moment there is now power going through here. It lights up the thing up there at the top. Great. But then because the gate is not powered anymore, the gate comes down, splits it, and the power ends. It's another temporary power mechanism. Very neat. Grab you, slide you there. And then the last one. What a cool ending mechanism. You can come up here, just like all your friends did. And then we go to the purple one, which is really simple. I mean, we basically solved the whole thing. So rewind, imagine we hadn't solved this yet and we still have control of these two pieces at the same time. We then move them together. We keep moving together. Whoops. No, come on. We bring them up here. We move them left at this point, which only ends up moving this one. Even though they're both still selected. We then move them both up together. And then we keep moving them up together, but only this one can move. So it goes to there. And then we move them both left. So that this one ends up over here. So they're in the same horizontal position. Move right. We've got power coming down this way. We do... we've still got control of those two together, and we push them all this way. What's going on? Why aren't you selecting? Oh, because I haven't split them. Of course. Cool. These two, so I'm in control of these two smaller pieces. At the same time, we push the right. One of these days, I'll do what I'm wanting it to do. There we go. We push to the right, and for a moment, it's lit up, and then it's not, and we can't bring them back. We can bring them back, but we'd end up losing selection of these two, and that's why this is temporary. Whoa, what a complicated one. But then let's power that. And we put that there. And then that means we have all these gates open. That's not what I wanted to do. Zoom in. We have all of these gates open. Let me get back to the drawing layer. So we have power coming through here, up here to here. We then grab this one, which is going to put this power out. So they're all going to be locked in there permanently. Right, that's to stop me from using them to come and power. I think that's to stop me from bringing them out here, is my best guess. Or it's to stop me bringing power out here, but I'm not sure that's a problem. Okay, so then we do this. Grab you. Slide you to the top. And we have power into this gate and the other direction, which gets hit by this gate, so we'll need to solve that in a second. Oh gosh. But this gate's now open. Cool. Now we solve this, which I think is just a case of... Ooh. How does this work? You're telling me I've got to get power from there to there. Oh, clever. I love it. This is so good. What we do is we grab this piece. Good job. Okay. And we just like stick you in the middle. Oh, I guess it's a 3 wide space. Yeah, we stick you in the middle. And then we made a loop. I love it. This is great. And then I grab the next piece here. Pick you up. Move you across. And we did this. So this is sending power from there to the loop here. So this becomes a power source at that point. This whole background here is a power source. Bring this across without disturbing that loop. Put it here and we get the power to go through. Oh, this is so good. This is excellent. Let's now do this. Looks a bit horrible, but whatever. That's all powered up. Goes through to here. Excellent. And then this power's coming through. And then, uh-oh. I guess I'm just gonna, I guess I could select that area. Make sure it's contiguous. It is. So I'm gonna select that. Go onto my drawing layer. I should have done that for this bit actually. Let's undo. Okay, so select here and this one as well, since we've done them both. Go back to the drawing layer, fill them all in. That's fine. I just need to move that piece to the top. Okay. It must be this piece, right? Layer 160. Is there a shortcut to move you to the top? Let me just like throw all these in a group so I can see there we go. Oh, it's not even the right thing. 159 maybe? Is it you? Yeah, it's you. Okay. Cool. This is going to be a mess. It's going to be such a mess. So we have power going this way to here. That's open and that's filled. Cool. Next step, we got to get all these pieces out. This is great. I love it. Get all these pieces out. Yes. So we already solved green, didn't we? So green's done. Nah, let's just draw on the cables. It's fine. This is going across here. This is going across here. Green is done. And we'll move them all together afterwards. And that's powered up. The gate is permanently powered. Cool. Then let's do them in the same order we did them. The areas. So yellow would be next. Intriguing. Oh gosh, this is almost like a sliding puzzle, isn't it? Oh, this is disgusting. No, I see what we're doing. I think I see what we're doing. Maybe. See. Okay, so we're sliding these pieces around, but we're also sliding those pieces around because they're the light grey ones that we can move. We need to get you powered. So we need to get power into this bit. Ooh. So we'd have to actually make a loop in order to make a power source internally. And what I'm thinking about is the fact that I can make a hole. I can move one of these pieces downwards, so then we have a loop, right? But we need to get power into that loop. But if there's power in there, then this piece has gone upwards. And we're sure we'd put power in there, but then there's no hole. Oh, what if we do... Interesting. So what if we grab... This is going to look a bit funky because I did that fill thing, but do this. Move this up here. So then this is all powered. And then, yeah, this could work. What we do is we grab this one. Why did that look the way it did? Did I already split you out? I guess it's fine. Grab this one and multi-push this downwards. So then this is still connected and we have a loop. Yeah, that is totally how it works. Like this is still connected to here at the time that this is making a loop. So then we have a loop in there. So this is a power source. We don't need this bit. And then I think we can do the same. Oh yeah, cool. I love it. What we do is we grab this bit in the middle here and shove it left, and because of multi-push, it shoves this whole thing left, leaving this is still a power source, but now this is a power source. That stops being a power source over there, but this is a power source at this point. And then we can move this down, and for the same reason, it maintains its power sourceness during the animation. Long enough to power up this power source, and then that's a power source, and we just move that up, and we're done. Cool. This is fascinating stuff. I love it. Amazing. Okay, and then yellow is done. Wow, this is so involved and intricate and clever. To here, that powers up the gate. Yellow is done. Cool. Who's next? Blue is next. Okay, so blue's coming from here. Yeah, so I saw these as all connected before, but they weren't. Okay, that's just my misinterpretation. Now, how the heck is this working? It's going to have to involve a loop. We were looking at this before and I couldn't figure it out, but it's totally gonna... It can't involve a loop. Blue, what was blue about? Blue was about things being powered in motion, which we have just used in yellow, so... but I guess yellow was what taught us about making our own loops, wasn't it? So, and we did make our own loops in that section. So maybe this is just about the motion. And it makes sense that we've got that big grey bar, this big grey bar that we can shove everything right with. But then what's the purpose of U? Oh, I think I see something. Like a pattern has just stood out to me. Okay. The magic of brains being able to just visualize stuff. I think we need to set things up in a very specific way. It's going to move you over here for now. I'm then going to split these things up. Just grab them all for now. And then divide them up. Is it U? Yeah. And then U. Okay. I guess I need to split U out as well. Okay. So there's obviously loads of space here, so I don't need to reason about how I move these things about. But what I'm going to set up is U there, U here, U here, U here, and U here, and U here. No, that's not quite right. This is close to something. It's close to something. You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to make like a diagonal line for like a brief moment. Somehow. Okay, what if you were just there and then you were there? Yes, like this, right? No, because these two will never touch. How can I move? Oh, I can't have like two diagonal things happening. I can only have one. But then maybe it's just... Okay, maybe it's just this and... No, because then we've got that diagonal thing that's never touching. Turns out the brain power wasn't enough. There's more to this. We've got to get across the gap without ever... We can't make a loop in here, for sure, without enough of the squares. Like the cable squares. So, instead... Well, unless there's like a way of temporarily doing it, is there? No. Or is there? Like, okay, hold on. What if we do something like this? No, it definitely doesn't make a loop. I was thinking like, oh, push this to the right, but no, this one's not connected back to there, is it? Okay. So you can be back here as long as you're getting pushed, but if you're getting pushed, then there has to be power here. And that power has to transfer to 2 columns to the right. How is that happening in a single push? This is me doing setup, so don't think that I'm doing any of these moves thinking that they're legitimate moves. Wait, no, but it's not just this because of this diagonal thing. Again, I can't do 2 like weird horizontal offsets with each other, which is what I need, unfortunately. Isn't it? I can obviously shove things to the right like this, like sure that would get power into that column, but not across to there. And then we would have lost the power. And we also know from this thing up here that it's only a loop if there's a real gap in the middle. You can't just make a 2x2 square to get a loop. So, how the heck does this work? This is just one big block. Wait, is it as simple as we don't nudge you, we just nudge... No. I guess if we could just nudge those two together, like from here, but they can't go all the way across. That doesn't make sense. They can't move two spaces and maintain the power the whole way. What the heck? We can nudge stuff left. Is that relevant? I can't, obviously not with this, but with this block I could. That feels not relevant though. How could a left nudge ever do something useful? Whoa. And again, just to remind myself, like I can do this kind of thing where I do like nudge a few of them together, but there's going to be this diagonal. Inevitably. What if it's like at this end? Does that somehow change something? No. Like obviously, those look like they're aligned, but they're not. It's just like that. Sure, if we could push to the right, and for a moment, these three would all be connected, but that doesn't help. And I can do this. Wait, does that do it? That does it, doesn't it? Yes. Right, you're basically already... Yeah, okay, the problem was having you there. I didn't need to push you. You could just already be there. Right, I like almost had the setup in my head. It's just I was missing this little trick, is that you can already be in position. And then we're just pushing the two diagonal movements. So then we grab this piece, which is going to end up pushing these pieces all together. So we push to the right, and for a moment... There's a diagonal connection through here. Cool. There we go. Interesting stuff. Let's power it up. Blue is free. Next. Next. It would have been red. No, orange. Orange is next. Okay, what's going on here? So orange was about multi-push. Ignore this horrible stuff around the outside. It's just the fill. Not doing a very good job. Well, I guess I had the tolerance up a bit and it filled in some of the grey stuff. Hopefully it's fine. It hasn't ruined anything. I guess it's on the separate layer anyway, so I can get rid of it if I need to. But it's probably fine. So here, obviously we can shift them all to the left and it'll connect and there'll be power going through them. But then if I shift them to the right, then the power is lost. So I think we're making a loop in here and then like multi-pushing the loop, although I can't multi-push all of them. I'm seeing some idea. I think I need to split these all up. Split them all up. It's interesting. Like, I guess you could, in theory, make a version of this game that is a video game, but it's still like basically a static image with stuff that you can slide around. It's like basically a pre-set up like Photoshop file with all the pieces on different layers. You can drag them around. Like maybe that would be a great like version of this. Be interesting at least. I've split these up very inconsistently. Hopefully I'm getting the right ones. It's hard to keep track because I'm like looking over at a different screen to change the layer. Oh, what just happened then? I think I was on the wrong layer. I was. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, I still need to... no, they're all split out now. Yep. Yep, cool. So I think like I've got a vague idea, which is to like do... So you're going to get power from there. And then I'm going to like make a power source. And I'm going to somehow maintain this. But you'd lose power immediately, actually, so we'd have to make the power source here. It can be a bigger power source if I want. Which maybe I want. Because I can shift you. Yeah, okay, so we make a power source. Shift you to the right. This is still a power source. Shift these all to the right by pushing that right one. And then multi-push happens. Do the same with these. Still got a power source, and then we can move you that way, and we still got a power source, then we just repeat that over and over until the power source is over there. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm happy to just accept that. Goes over there. Neat. Orange, done. Opens the gate, and we've got orange. Red. Wow. Red was about cutting things up. Oh, we're going to be cutting up those pieces. Of course we are. Oh, that's a bit awkward, but I can deal with that, I guess. Just erase it. There we go. Okay, so we have power coming in that way. We want to cut you, so we want to get power across to this, which isn't going to happen using this. Oh, it is, because this is it's a power source, as long as we move it all together. Let me throw some layers in a group so that getting out of the way. Okay, so we're going to move this whole thing together. Like, just use multi-push to do it, basically. If we move any of these pieces upwards, it will do this. And then this is a power source. Then we move any of them downwards to get this. And then the gate is open. And then we can slide this one to the right. I've always got 200 layers in my first shot file. This one, sorry, to the left. Under the gate, then we can just slide you to the left. That breaks the power source. Once it's finished, the gate closes, and then we can let that split away. I don't need to actually do all that. That's fine. And then bring you back over here, bring you down. Cool. Then we have power. To here, and this is full. Why this big space? I guess why not? This may be the answer. Let me turn the tolerance down to like 0. And there's little specks in there. Let me turn the tolerance up to like 3. That's pretty good. Okay. The tolerance is like how similar the colors can be in order to be part of the magic wand selection. So if you turn the tolerance up, more colors, or more dissimilar colors will get picked up as part of the selection. And so that within that void there must have been some pixels that were slightly different colors. Okay, so that's all filled in. It goes to here. All right, next bit. So this is a power source. It's a power source that we're going to be able to cut up. I wonder if it being severed ends up breaking the power source. Interesting. We also have this block that we can move. Wait, we also have... Oh, okay, so we can move you down to open this. Okay, so we can basically freely use this gate. That's nice. I see what we're doing. So no, it being severed doesn't break the thing, because if it did, then this wouldn't work, because those are severed. Yeah, okay. I 100% see what we're doing, though. We are severing this. Let's do it. Let's do it. At least I think I 100% see what we're doing. Let me get rid of the bit in the middle. Okay. Ignore the fact that that's there. It's going to be in the way, but we could just like slide it out of the way, of course. We're going to be severing this. We're then going to lift the gate up again by pushing this down. I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to take that away and sever here as well. So we're going to make a little opening in this. Why do I need this? Why can I not just make this powered and then bring it over here? Wait, good question. Oh, because when we cross this, that is cool. So when we cross this, it stops being a ring. It stops being a power source. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. What an interesting little like consequence of like the way these rules work. Okay, so I definitely am doing what I thought I was doing. It's just I didn't expect that would be the reason why. So we're going to be severing the top piece out of this basically. So we end up with this being separated. Then we're going to pull these apart and send you over. Oh, gosh, and split you apart as well. And you're going in the middle. Why? Because, watch this, if you're in the middle and we put this back in, and then we move all these, well, let's power you up again because we need to do that. It's not all selected right now. Now it is. So power you up again. Oh, we need to open the gate so we can go underneath it. So we move that down. That's fine. We just imagine that. And we slide this way. And now the good thing is, because that thing's in the middle, it's moving with this because they're like multi-pushing together. We don't end up filling in the middle because that's there. That's so weird. And then we keep going. We get it to here. And then we've got power coming this way. I love it. Fantastic. I love how each of these sections at the end has had a really cool little trick in it. Then that's open. The final one. So, okay. So purple's about cutting and multi-pushing. Oh, that's scary. That is scary. I see what this shape's about though. Okay, so this shape is not for me to extract it anyway. It's for this to push this and then deactivate that power source. So what we're actually doing is, in fact, let me do this and then extract you and these. Let me add that bit back in. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to use this to like plunge here, which we can only do once. It's interesting that this space is here, actually. Maybe we're actually doing... No, there's nothing else I can do. Ooh, unless there's something I can do with you. But then I can't move this back because that's there. But then... Do I know what my goal is right now? So we have power coming in here. I should have raised the mess around this bit. Power coming in there. We want to get the power across to these bits, which those distances are huge, but we can make power sources, of course. Power sources, of courses. Although I see problems with doing that. Like this is clearly the part of a... Is this the right layer? Like this is like part of a loop. And we could put like these three things here, I guess. But then I have no way of filling in the gap in the middle except with another one of those, but that's not a power source anymore. We'll figure that out as we go though. This piece is suspicious to me. It's almost like we're doing this and actually putting these in here, but then what would that do? Nothing. It would just keep them like they're already separated pieces. Oh, that space is there to extract this out because the gate will be closed permanently, so we need a way of removing it. Yep, okay. So we basically cut that off there. There might be more to this. That'll become clear as we go, but that's a bit awkward. Get rid of that bit. Okay, so now we've got this and these three up here. You just got to imagine that slid over to the left and that's permanently closed at this point. So yeah, to be clear, this space is here so that because that gate will be closed after having pushed to the left, we can then extract it coming out this way. Okay, so then we can get power. But how do we shove this rightwards without there being problems? That is a good question. That's a very good question. And then we have to go downwards as well? How the heck is this working? Let's get these pieces out so we can work with them. Let's do this and then that. That's a faster way of doing that. Finally figured out a fast way of splitting things. So yeah, obviously we can make a power source. Did I just move something? Yes, I moved the grid. We can make a power source, but I can't move it rightwards without it breaking. Or can I? If I put that there... No, hold on. If I do... If I were to move that now, we'd end up making just a big square, which would not be a power source. Sorry, just shifting around in my chair. Is there some reason we're like doing this here and then pushing you instead? Isn't that just an unnecessary indirection? Yeah, like we'd lose the power immediately, so it wouldn't actually end up being a power source over here. So we need to be able to do this over and over again. How? Can we split more stuff down here? No, nothing else could even fit in that space. But I'm suspicious of this because, like, why would you not just give me those bits to me already split? Yeah, no, there's something suspicious going on here. Oh, I completely forgot what the purple section was all about. Okay. I don't need to, I guess I don't need to put everything back. But basically, after splitting, I might need to put these in a particular position. But after splitting, was it you? Yeah, it was you. You from here. We have control over these all at the same time, is the thing. Yes, okay. So that is intriguing. We can then use this to rearrange stuff if we want to. How does it help though? Hold on. How does that help? We need to be able to maintain a power source. Okay. We put you there. I think we move you out of the way. Or we'll do something. Okay. Move you out the way for now. I don't know where you are. We'll figure that out later. We bring this around to here because we could move it up and right and down without this thing moving. Then we move, because these two are both still selected, we move this to the left like that. And then we move both of them upwards because they're both still selected to here. Then we move them both left, but only one of them can move to there. Now we still have these two both selected, which when we move this bit to the right is going to move both of those two as well. So then we maintain a power source going all the way to the right. Okay, so that's how that bit goes. So we have a power source going all the way to the right. So the reason this is moving is because it's also selected at the same time as those. So then we have a power source there. Okay. Now we obviously don't want to lose this power. I guess we do lose these pieces though. These are gone at this point, basically. Are they? Yeah, because otherwise I have to select them to move them away from the wall. Okay. I get it. That's what you're for. You go there. So then when we move over, we don't have to go into that space. We go to here. However, it doesn't solve everything. Because sure, you're now powered. But we can't slide downwards. Oh, hold on. I need to also not forget that that's now a power source. Okay, so I still think that's correct to do that. I think we then do something snazzy with the two pieces that we're still in control of. I think what we do, yeah, I see it, is we go over here, we do this, push you downwards like that to make that shape instead. We then lift these two up because we've got them both selected still, and bring them to the right. Do that, then push downwards, which is going to do that. We then have power going back into here. We've made a loop again, and we can move this whole thing down. We've got power to here. And then we've got to do it again twice. What? So I can go... Well, no, I have to rearrange things again. You what? So at this point I have access to these... No. These two are the ones that are being controlled right now. And this is a power source. Now, how on earth do I keep going? Oh, maybe it's doable. Hold on. I'm going to have to draw it out to see. So that's powered at this point. We have access to you and you, as in we're controlling you two. Then I think we do this and nudge you over. So I want horizontal movement again. So I need to get this dude in the middle again. Yeah, so this is doable. So basically we nudge you over to somewhere to here. We then come down. Oh, we come down and right. Right. And we lift you up. We then... Oh, no, we need to go even further. That's fine. We can do it at this point. Like knowing what's selected is like impossible. Okay, bring it even further over. Even further over, I think. Is that true? Maybe? Because I do need to get... Yeah, okay. So even further over. We then leave you there. We then bring this up, but then we can't actually get behind the back of you. So I'm going to have to do something with this. Well, this is a nightmare. I basically, yeah, bring them both up here, do this. Then we're going to bring just you downwards. We've still got them both selected. Over to here. Up. This is going to mess with this, but I don't think that matters much. Hopefully. Bring this around. Push this back to the left. Oh, gosh. How am I going to get around it, though? If it goes there, I can't. Okay, so no. Instead, what we do is we bring both of these two basically over here. And then we... Do we? No, we don't. We bring them back. We come here. We press upwards, so you slide by yourself upwards. We then move this one left. We then move them both to the right, to there, somewhere around there. It doesn't matter exactly where everything is right now. Bring this down. We bring you. We bring this one down to here. We go back up. We slide left. How does anybody do this without editing this image? Slide left to get you to there. Cool. Then we bring just, well no, bring both of these up. And we bring you just, well, we bring them both to the left, but the left one can't move to there. Then we come down to here. And we slide them both to the right. And we have a thing again that we can now move to the right again. Whoa. We've got to go up as well after this. This is evil. Why have you done this to me, game? Can I go up though? Because you're stuck against the bottom. I'm worried I've done something wrong earlier. Like I need to somehow get you out of there? That's not possible. That's not possible. But now these, yeah, you are stuck against the bottom. That is a problem. Yeah, it's a real problem. So somehow I needed to not put them at the bottom, but then that means having like an extra piece here, which means not getting you stuck. Is there somehow some simpler arrangement here that works like the whole way? Like right down, right up? I don't think so. Right down, right up. Right down, right up. Right down, right up. We don't ever have to go left. It's an interesting property, I guess. Doesn't help though. Like, if I'm keeping this loop here, we have to be rearranging at certain points. We don't have a block we can stick in the middle of it all to maintain the shape without stopping it from being a power source. So I somehow need to have retained you, right? Because as soon as I've got one of these blocks against the bottom, we've got a problem, which I did way earlier. Oh my gosh, I got to do all that again? So it's here. Like I moved all these together, and now you're stuck at the bottom, and then we can't go up again. So how the heck do you come back? It's not like you could be the one that I have control of, right? Could you somehow? So this is our power source right now. This is before we've powered this up. Sure, that then powers that up, but then you are stuck. But it had to be the one I have control of here. Shall I mark the ones I have control of? That's fine, I can remember. Although, I think this is already wrong. Yeah, it's that one that I have control of. So much for remembering. Go back to the yellow color. We have control of you. And we have control of you. Okay. So what we did to get over to the right is we did this. Which is good. That maintains the thing. The square shape. But if we keep pushing too far, then we end up here and those two are stuck. So if we go too far, that's what happens. So we don't want that to happen. But we somehow need to get the power from here to here, which it felt like was going to happen by this thing being here. But then we have a problem, don't we? Is it somehow possible so even after this, so then we do the arrangement where we end up with this here, Yeah. Just this one. We do this. Is it somehow possible to not get them stuck against the bottom at this point? So let's go to here. But we clearly need to power you up. I just remembered that a key thing here is that I can select all the blocks, so I can get you away. But the problem is that then I lose the multi-push of these two. But maybe that's not a problem somehow. Like I was totally in a frame of mind where I was thinking, well, I can never select these blocks. That's not necessarily true. As long as I'm okay losing my multi-push, which is quite a big thing to lose. I think I would need to be able to go. I mean, to even maintain the shape upwards, I need to have multi-push. Like while going up this corridor here to get to there, I need to be able to push these together. And therefore, I need multi-push, don't I? Yes, absolutely. How would the right-hand column of the thing move upwards without it? Okay. So therefore, I'm pretty sure I cannot just select another block. So therefore, you are lost. I've lost a block. And therefore, I lose a block down here. Unless I can push these down another way. Is there some other arrangement that could work? I don't think so. Like I need to be able to push the right-hand column downwards, therefore you've got to be doing it. What? What? The only way I can like push multiple blocks together is like rightwards and leftwards. Well, no, I can do it upwards and downwards, but not the right formation. Huh? Huh? If I move this down, they get stuck. It's never coming back. And then I've lost two of them, which is a problem. And well, I mean, it comes back if I can deselect it, but I can't deselect it. I need to keep this selected somehow. Is there somehow a way to get you away from this wall? Is there somehow a way to get you away from this wall? You can't be the one that was selected. As far as I can tell. Oh yeah, you can. No, you can't. No, you can't. Well, I was gonna suggest the original thing I did where I got two of them stuck against this wall. Like, one of them has to get stuck, right? Or am I wrong about that? Is there some way that that's not true? Like, it would have to be, let's just move them separately. Like, that one switches there, and we somehow get power through to it, but without getting other two on there. So it'd have to be like this kind of formation, but we would never have been able to do that. Is that true? Interesting. Is it somehow possible to first like slide over here like this, but we're going to end up losing the power unless we transfer the power over to there, but then this one's stuck. If we move one more space, then these are gone. I don't get how anybody does this without an image editor. I mean, I guess it is intended that you use an image editor, but yeah, I guess like it's hard to say that this is truly just a pen and paper puzzle, really. I guess. Even though it's definitely in the same sort of realm. Okay, what do I do? If I'm not losing one here, then it has to be you that's there, so that I can bring you away from it. Then I don't know how I would have got here in that shape, because I can't move this to the right because you would end up being stuck in that hole there. We can't make any other loops. So no, we're losing one. And if we're losing one, I don't have another way of like reselecting them both. No, because it's just the gate closing that does that. I can't get you away from the wall. And so, therefore, to get this going downwards, we're going to have to do what I did. Bring you up over the top, and you're here, and then we slide this all down. And then that's there, and then this is all powered, which is cool, but... And we can transfer that to there, that's great, but then we've lost a thing. Another thing gone. Unless somehow we can do the rest without the multi-select. We at very least need the multi-select. Yeah, we need the multi-select for going up and down, for sure. I'm incredibly confused. One, two, three. Yeah, we can't make another loop. There's not enough pieces to do another loop. I was thinking like we do a loop on the left-hand side of the C shape, but no. No, we cannot. We would need 5 pieces. We have 4. Is there some other way of... Oh, hold on. If we do now deselect them, which I think is a problem, but let's me just think through a thing. I can do like this kind of thing, and then we can slide this, and then we can slide these. It's a thought, and then we're maintaining the loop, and we can like get to the bottom. That requires us to deselect them at some point, but maybe that's somehow okay. So yeah, we could do this the whole way down, basically. Yeah, and I guess we do slide you as well. Then we've got the power to here. That's now powered up, and we can lift this away, and we've got all of these. But then moving rightwards is a problem again. I can't move rightwards without the multi-select, right? Otherwise I would have done it earlier. It's interesting that can be done, but it can't really be done. Because at that point I've lost multi-select. Like I couldn't have done that with the multi-select intact, right? So we've like come over here like this, I guess, to touch that, and we've lost you. Yeah, and then there's no way to bring you back, as we've said a million times. without deselecting everything else, and without deselecting the two things I've got selected, which is important for going rightwards. Can I somehow... Nope. What? I'm confused. This is a lot harder than the other ones. I guess it is the purple section. I can't select you. Because if I do, then I don't have the multi-push anymore and I can't move rightwards down the bottom while maintaining power. Because one edge of my circle is split. That vertical shift was interesting, but it lets me shift vertically after I deselect the stuff though, which I don't want at all. Do not want to have grabbed you and put you there or whatever, or here. Because if I have, then we've messed up already. Are you implying there is some way to get... Oh gosh, okay. Some way to get this one to be the one that's here. Is there some other movement I haven't thought about? Like that, let me start from right over here. That like somehow maintains... I mean, I guess we could do that. That is basically what we did. It says I guess I pre-put you there. Is there a difference though? So we basically shift them all that way, and then again, and then again, and then again, and then again, and then again. Maybe we just never have to power this. Is it just a distraction? Is that what's going on? Like, never actually power that. We just try and maintain... No, how would I maintain this power now? I wouldn't. No, we've got to power you. Can I somehow... What is going on? I don't get it. Interestingly, we could be offset, so like, we could be offset in some way. Like maybe this is the thing hitting here. How, what? Or like that is, but we still lose the thing. Still lose a piece. I'm confused. Wait, the last vertical climb. Oh, I think we did the right thing. Okay, it's the last vertical climb we can do without having the multi-select. Hold on. So we do lose a piece here. We then get to this place. We then, yeah, okay, I think I get it. We then do the thing where like these get rearranged. Excuse me, sorry. Just stepped away for a second. Then these are picked up, and then do I have all those selected? No. And then we do this to go downwards. I think I was close to the solution actually. Then we do this, and we do go down to here. And then we do all the stuff that I did that I'm not doing it again, but like basically we got this. How do I deselect stuff? We got this to here, this to here, and then we brought like these down like this. I'm not doing that all again. Do that. We then slide in here. Then this is powered from this. I think we were close. I just didn't realize I could do the last bit without the multi-push, is I think the trick. So then this is powered. And we're still multi-pushing at this point. And we push rightwards. We get to here. Then we lose the multi-push. Yeah, this is all it is. We do that here. So the trick I realized I could do here vertically, or I just do it at the end. And then we lose the multi-push. And we've lost it at this point. And we just slide everything up one by one without losing the... Oh, that's so sneaky. But yeah, you can see how we would just keep doing this over and over again and get to the top. Oh, come on. You. You and you. There we go. They all go up. You come up. And we get to here like this. And then we got power through. Okay, that's what I was missing. Whoa. That is spooky. What a scary puzzle. We have all the shapes. Now, I think we can finish the main bit of the game. We can fill in the final heart. So, we are going to grab all these colourful shapes. So we did green first. We're also going to have to find out a route that's going to work for these, aren't we? So green, yellow. Oh, cut that bit out. Orange, blue was next. I don't know why I care about doing them in order, but I do for some reason. Cut that out. Orange. I've done the same thing again. Whoops. There we go. Then red. So we have to make a little maze here. Oh, I did the same thing. Cut that bit out. Do that. Okay, don't do the same thing. Don't do the same thing. Don't just press Control X. Okay, I remembered. Cool. So then we have all these pieces free. And we've got to form a path up here. Over the top of that, so let's grab all of them. Is it 6? Yeah. They can all go up the top of the layer list. Cool. Let's just move them one by one to get there. It's going to be hard to tell where the grid is here. Well, I guess there's the lines around the outside. It's fine. Maybe there's lots of answers here, actually. So we've got down. Well, we don't use the bottom of the T, but we have to make sure the bottom of the T isn't touching the grid at the outside. Okay, that's what that's going to be about. So we have a... Oh, this stays at the same level. That goes up, that goes down, that goes down, that goes up. Okay, so I think go up, then do the T. Then there's no reason I wouldn't have been able to do all this stuff, right? Yeah, there's like so much space out here to slide stuff around. Okay, then go down, then do this. Yeah, there's a million ways to do this, right? Like, oh gosh, and that connects to there. Like I could swap to a whole bunch of things around here. I don't see why not. Cool. So then, what have we done by doing that? Something. How did the power get in here in the first place? From this thing. So as long as that was stayed connected, so only when we put the, like if I move this piece out of the way and this piece out of the way, then this is connected through. So then this is powered up. This whole grid is powered up, so the gate is up. So this is a power, so this gate is up. So we slide that in there. Let's do that. So this is in there before we've put the maze in place. Bring this here. It's under the gate. And now what we want to do is cut off this, but while keeping power to... What do I want? I want to cut off We've lifted the thing up. We want to drop it. Isn't that enough? Wait, what? What's going on? Yeah, the trick is that we want to drop it, but like all of this is connected there, so we have to make some path through here such that the outer grid does not connect here. But why do I care about this connecting? Can I not just like do... Oh, no, that changes things. Okay, yep, I see. The problem is doing this, like the power's still going to come through here into this space. That is interesting. How do I deal with that? How do I stop the T just connecting to stuff, to this stuff? Ooh. I don't know. I definitely don't want to just directly connect to the outer grid as well. Is there another piece? Oh, hold on. Do we also have this piece? Have I done this yet? Oh, there's some stuff got here selected, didn't it? Oh, no. Hold on. I think I can use this piece to help, can't I? Is that right? This stuff isn't done yet. Okay, so what's happening is we are bringing... So we can do temporary power into here. So we need temporary power to open this gate permanently. No, not permanently, just temporarily. No, because if it's... Yeah, okay. So if this is just temporary power, then the gate doesn't open because the gate only changes state after the turn's finished. So we need to actually make a loop in here, don't we? That's what we're doing. Now it's interesting that we have these two bits sticking out that way. Why do we have that? Why would I not just move these four such that they make a little hole in the middle? In fact, don't I just need to... Hold on. Hold on. Oh gosh, these all need to go up. Up to the top you go. Like, can't I just do this? What's the problem here? And then I would like move that. That's power. So move it down. It'll temporarily power this. That's power. That's going to be open. I don't understand. Is this a red herring? Because like I could move, because these are implying that they want to be connected to there. And then I would have to make them in this arrangement to make a path going around the outside. No, I could just stick them at the top. There's like many arrangements that could work, or even in the middle. So sure, and that would go through, but it wouldn't be permanent, I guess, the thing, in any of those arrangements. That, yeah, if I slide you up, there is no position I could put these four in that would make a loop. I guess that's what you're doing. So this is just red herring. Although, wait, isn't this ground under here? It's not void. Yeah, that's not void. Otherwise, all the other blocks would have been creating void at the same time. But they weren't. This is ground. So no, there's more to this. Intriguing. But yeah, there's no position I could put these four things in that would make a loop somewhere. Is there? Hold on. Let's move this thing up. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Zoom in a bit as well. So we move this here. So we're saying this is void. I'm not saying it is necessarily filled in right now, but it's okay. We can just imagine it's still void. Actually, maybe like rubbing it out will like help me visualize that. So we have void there. So I guess there's like, we could make a loop like that, but then that's blocked up. So there's some special movement here that leaves something like in this kind of position, but temporarily, like maybe on the other side. Hold on. So these were on the other side, and it was like this. So we arrange them like this. Then we... but that's a temporary switch. That's fine. Hold on. We could just put them all like this, right? Ah, yes. I think we do this. We flip this down. It puts power into here. So this is now permanently powered. I can move that away. Now, yeah, we bring these down to keep that powered up there. And then we shift you over that way. Bring these up to the left. Okay, I get what you're doing. Now we've got the power here and it's going this way. Cool. Now, oops. Now this is open. And then that means this bit is now filled. Where's my drawing layer? Gosh, this stuff is making my file even more a mess. Now this bit's filled. Hooray! And so now this is permanently powered without needing... What was powering it before? This thing. But that's not going anywhere anyway, is it? What? Why do I care about that being permanently powered? I do not know. Because this is coming through here, and it's not going to not be going through there. I'm going to take that piece through this way. But that's fine, I could have done that anyway. Without disrupting this connection, right? Or is that not true? That is true, because that thing is a horizontal line, slide that over there, it would be connected the whole time. Oh no, there would be a moment when sliding it upwards where that would disconnect. Is that the whole reason? So like sliding that thing upwards, it would disconnect here. No, that's not true. It would then just reconnect again. That'd be fine. I don't quite get why they made this a power source. Am I done? Am I not done? What am I doing? I don't know. I just did all that so I could free this thing. And I guess I freed that thing so that I could bring it out. But I actually have a different job for you right now. Which is to come up this way. Oh, am I going to end up breaking the power source here? Oh, only temporarily, right? Yeah. Okay, you gotta get to the top. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna bring this past, and sure, it breaks the power source, but we've still got power coming in from that thing at the top, right? That's not a temporary thing. Yeah, it's not temporary at all. There's power coming from here, that's opening that gate. Power coming from here, it's opening that gate. There's nothing shutting off these ones, these are all permanently powered. Yeah, okay, so then we just bring this through. So this is still powered. I don't get this. Like, this is clearly here to be a power source, but I don't get why. Bring this through. I don't think it really matters where I take this. It should be fine. I just realized the blue wasn't on the path here. Does that matter? I don't think so. I could just bring it through onto the path, but why do these bits have path and the blue doesn't? I kind of feel like I'm missing some things here, but it's too complicated for me to see what I'm missing. I guess like both sides of this are powered, but why do I care still? Anyway, I guess I was going to bring this over this way and bring it into here and block you up. Then put you in position. And once again, why? So I've connected across here so that this is still powered. But I specifically just want to stop that, don't I? So this is not powered. The gate is cut. The gate is... Let me zoom in, sorry. The gate is cut, which turns off this power, but we've still got power coming through here. So we still have to cut this off to make... Oh, no, this is even more complicated. We'd have to cut this off to make the thing go down. I'm a bit confused. I'm getting lost in what's going on here. Oh, I guess I can just move that one upwards, and then this power's gone. So wait, so this, yeah, now you are cut off. This is not a loop, so it's not going to maintain power by itself. Yeah, there's no loop here at all. We block that up with that piece. Oh, this is a loop. Oh no. There's a loop that goes through this cable. I assume that's allowed then. Maybe you've got nothing to do with this then. But I have to deal with the T-shape in some way. How? I guess like using this piece, I got like one more distance I could do. That's somehow useful, but you could never connect to anything. So yeah, what are you doing? It's not like there's an edge I can put you against where you'll be blocked. Except like this kind of edge, but then is there a way to block both sides of you, or just even one side of you? Not really, no. Wait, these are still loops. Oh, I'm confused. I'm confused. Maybe I've been playing too long. But I feel like I'm at the end. I'm a bit confused about what's happened in what order and what depends on what and everything. I'm a bit like, oh no, have I done everything in the wrong order and now I'm stuck? Like, if I powered this earlier, did I not like immediately break things? Because like these are all like loops at that point. No matter what I do with this, like those are still loops. So I think I did. So I think this was never powered. If this was never powered, then... Okay, so we're saying this was never powered. Let's get rid of that then. Is that on its own layer? Or is it... Okay, it's on the drawing layer. Everything else. Let me just select it all and delete. So you were never powered. So this was never powered as well. And this was never powered. Okay, just back to this bit then. Can I fix my situation here? So I guess, did I move you? I did move you down. Yeah, okay. So don't do that yet. It's weird that you've got more space in there. Why do you have so much space? Don't know yet. So then maybe I just make a path now, but the T is still going to be a problem. Although not if I block it up with that thing. Yeah, then it'll be fine. So do this, do this, do this, do this. We have a path across. So we basically specifically don't want to make a loop here. Is that the idea? So then we block this up with you. So then when we move this down, the power comes across, but it has no way of leaking out, right? There's no leak. It comes across here. It does not make a power source here. It just goes across to there, powers it up. Okay, so we need some way. Okay, it's powered up. We can slide that in. Now we just need a way of dropping it. So at this point, is it not fine to just like let it leak? Maybe. Hold on. As long as like that gets powered, that cuts off. No, what am I saying? That's going to get powered, so that's going to get lifted up. But it's irrelevant because we've cut off the power here. So there's no power even coming into here anyway. Is that right? Because the power update happens during the animation. So let's say I'm grabbing this piece and I'm like dragging it down. What's going to happen during that process? Like, we're going to get to like here. This is going to carry across here into this. That's going to power up the skate. It's going to lift up the thing. But this has already been depowered, so there's no power in there. So this exists as a latching mechanism for if I ever light this up while that's powered, it's going to stay powered, and that's a problem. But as long as I light this up with that depowered, we're okay. Which is what's currently happening. As long as I leave this here, this will never get powered. I guess I'm a bit confused. And then I think this is cut in half. I think. What layer is that? And then I grab this, do here, and then we bring this around, bring it here, and then we take you. That's fine. We can grab you now. This is still blocks. There's nothing going into this space, so who cares? I'm really worried that I've made a mistake and like half of what I'm doing doesn't make any sense, and I'm gonna have to do it all again or something. I mean, I could also just cut off this as well, right? Cut off you, and then none of this is an issue. I can move these wherever I like because there's no power coming in anymore. Oh, okay. That also simplifies things. Did I have to block the end of that? Yes. Yes? Was I supposed to use this for that? Does this have a double purpose? Okay, then I'm bringing this over here. I'm bringing it through here. I'm just going to assume this is all fine. I don't get why there's a power loop at the bottom because this is still powered. It's not changing. But then I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put this, move this here. This temporarily lights up. It goes through here. It fills in the whole background. And hold on, we're going to select stuff. And ta-da! It's the most confused ta-da I could have done. I think that's it. And then the heart is full, so I guess we're going to have to do a inverted smiley face for you. Yay! I think I'm definitely left with a very strong feeling of like, I think that's it. I can't tell whether there was something in that process that like I messed up, especially because I don't get why this power source exists here, which totally exists for a reason. But why do I care? Like I was done with that power source, basically. That poor power source let me do all of these things. Well, this power source let me do all of those things. Anyway, I didn't need that one as well. Yeah, I don't get it. But it's fine. I think I'm done, except we've got bonus puzzles to do, so we'll save those for next time. So yeah, see you for the next one. It might be a short one if they're like easier bonus puzzles, if they're easier than that at least. And I guess what I'll do is I'll ask on Discord if I might have made a mistake in doing that, so that because like I've got to go away for a bit. like in real life. So I don't want to take a big break, really. I'd like to be able to wrap up the series, basically. So I might just ask about this, because this is the only thing that's kind of confusing me, I think. And then I guess I'll just wait for people to comment and say, no, you did the whole thing wrong, you cheated this whole bit. Okay, folks, it's about 10 minutes after I stopped recording, and I asked them, maybe it's a bit later, but it's like 20 minutes after I stopped recording, and I did ask what I was going to ask on Discord. Well, I asked a couple of things. The first thing I asked was like, am I like right to be confused about like, why is this a power source? And I don't think there's any reason to be like, to worry about it. It does feel like it, cause I think I got in my head that like I'd be opening this, creating a power source here, and then that would like go back and do something else at some point. But I guess that just never ended up being a thing. So I guess I'd like suggest getting rid of that block. It seems like a bit of a distraction. I guess if I think about it, like there's a loop here anyway, and what I kind of had in my mind though is that like when I grab that block that comes out of here, I end up inevitably, I guess only in this direction do I end up like blocking the path so that I kill the power loop in here. So I don't think I said that out loud, but I had that in the back of my head as like, oh, what's clearly going to happen is I'm going to bring that thing out, and that bringing that thing through ends up blocking the power source up here, and therefore it's good to have a power source coming from that side. But that ultimately did not end up being true, especially because we've always got power from here. So I don't know for sure that there's definitely nothing else going on there, but the answer that I got is leading me to believe that I probably have not messed up anything there. Then I also asked, is there anything to do after having lit up this? And apparently, and I think I've already, the problem here is I think just knowing there's more to do and whereabouts to be looking, I think I've already realized what I'm supposed to be doing. But I also think that I don't think I would have realized there was anything more to do without a nudge. So I guess I'll accept that the nudge was necessary for this to happen. But basically, I said that I'd made a loop up here using this thing up here. And then the thing that was said to me is like, oh, something about like there's a reason to be able to enter this top right region up here. Which to be honest, I don't quite understand that answer, because, I mean, of course there's a reason, because I had to take those shapes in there, right? Was I able to do stuff up in here without doing that with those shapes? I'm a bit confused. I'm sure I had to get these in here to be able to do the split. I had to lift it up and drop it down. And if I don't do that and it goes through here, then I can't drop it down because this becomes a permanent thing. No, I had to bring this in here. So that hint of like, oh, there's a reason to enter there is a bit weird. But I think I've still realized what the thing is. I just like looked at this, and then once again, the vision came to me. I suspect we can arrange these in a particular way. And it gives the T more of a reason to have this bit sticking out the bottom. Yeah, I think, look at this, folks. Look at the symmetry going on here. I think we can make our own hearts. Like this. Is that the right shape? I think that's the right shape. 2 at the sides goes down like that. It feels a bit weird. 2 at the sides goes down like that. No, that's right, isn't it? Wait, I've somehow... Oh, it's like... No, it's like this. No, it's like this. No, it's not. Wait, how is it? Like this. Yeah, it's like that. It goes up. Are they too big like that and 3 in the middle? No, it's a bit different. No, I want that shape exactly, surely. Unless I'm completely wrong about this. So wait, maybe you go up. Oh gosh. Do you go up? That's that bit. And then this here. This here. No, I still don't have it. Where do you go? There's totally something in this, but how? Am I messing up where maybe you go here? You go... That T-shape's definitely for that purpose. It's the top of the thing. Like, I can't put this here, I can't put this here, so it has to be these, but then it could be like this, but it can't because of the shape I need. So it's that, and then it's... Oh, like this maybe? Yes, there we go. No. Yes? No. What do I do on this side then? That's the right shape. I'm getting lost here. No, 2 there. I'm not remembering the shape of this thing. So it's like, there are only like single pixels at the top, then double pixels at the side, and then it goes like that. How do I make that shape in particular? I think that's what I'm doing, and then I'm filling the middle, and it's like the final half of the thing. And I have a suggestion about this in a second, but so it's 1 at the top, 2 there, which leads me to believe this. But then that bit doesn't... Wait, oh, it's just that. I wasn't making it tall enough, was I? I think it's just that. Or I was doing something wrong. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Okay, we made a heart. Now how do we fill it? Do we just do... Is there a reason not to do this now? Not really, right? So we just like power that across there. Well, then the T doesn't have an extra reason to be a T. Maybe that's unrelated. Because like all of this will just power into there. It is weird being at the end of a game and being like, I don't even know if I'm doing the ending correctly. Like, is this the end? Because that's now making me doubt things. I don't think there's any way I could... There's obviously no way I could assemble this without it leaking into the outside bit, and there's no reason they care about this gate being open at this point. Sure, it would make a power source there, which keeps that gate open, but we've already split the thing apart. So we're okay. So I think I'm done? I was thinking like the T is like that to like allow the power into the heart, but there's a million ways for the power to go into the heart. Am I done now? I'm going to have to ask on Discord again, I think. Well, I guess only if I do this. Oh, gosh. Well, I guess it's all going to be powered, so that's fine. And then go to my draw layer, wherever it is. Here it is. And that. And then... we have another inverted happy heart. How can I be even happier than the other one? Sure. It can be that. Is that even happier? Sure. We'll accept it. I think once again I'm going to have to ask on Discord though, because it's definitely feeling uncertain. So clearly, like, the fact I can make a heart shape is correct there, but like, have I made a mistake in thinking that it's okay for this to exist? Wait, what's this got to do with doing this in this area? I could just do this. No, I couldn't do it anywhere because there's no area that has void that big. That's like a canvas for drawing my own heart. Okay. Okay, so the other thing I suggest, to make this like even clear that it's a thing to do, because like I said, I don't think I would have known to have done this, is like have a thing like maybe next to these, or yeah, next to these, which is like your log of how many hearts you filled in. So like the implication being that every time you fill in a heart, like it fills in one of the spaces down here. Oh, and they could match the colors of the areas they're in, and then you could have one at the end that's like a rainbow color or something. Oh, that would be a good way of doing it. Like a rainbow color heart is the last one. You're like, wait, where's the rainbow color heart? Or maybe it's something to do with all these rainbow colored pieces. And then you figure that out. I think at least you'd know at the very least there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there'd be 8. And so that'd be the thing, is you'd be like, wait, there's an 8th heart. That could be a clue in and of itself, but if they were coloured based on the areas that they're from, that could be another way of hinting that there's something to do with these shapes up here. So I think I'm done now, question mark. If I am, this is the end of the video. I don't know how I'm splicing this together, but I think I'm done. Except, of course, we've got the bonus puzzles. So we'll do the bonus puzzles next time. I don't know if they'll be complicated or not. We'll see. How many bonus puzzles are there, actually? 1 in each area? There's a green one, a yellow one, a red one. Is there a red one, actually? There's no purple one. Or maybe there's no red one, actually. Because all this is actual stuff. Oh, there's a red one there. There's no purple one, I think. There is a blue one somewhere. Isn't there? Isn't there? Or is there not a blue one? And there's an orange one. We'll look at it next time. All right. See you next time, folks. Goodbye.